is National Jazz Appreciation Month, and we are doing more than appreciating it. We're celebrating it.
That is right, Nicole, and we had to do that with none other than MSU's distinguished professor of jazz bass and director of jazz studies, Rodney Whitaker, joins us again. How are you?
Thank you. How y'all been? It's so good to be here.
Yeah, long time no see.
Really, it has. We were looking back. You were back over in October of 2023.
That's been that long.
I know, right? Wow. Too long. But last time we talked, we did a little bit about the amazing jazz programs and studies that you have going on there. But we didn't get a chance to put a little bit of that Studio 10 spotlight on you, especially since you were recently inducted into the American Academy of Arts and Science. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So we had to ask, what really drew you to jazz that has, created such a career and life for you?
When I was a little kid, I was maybe about 13 years old. My teacher in middle school suggested I play the double bass.
Really?
And he gave me one to take home, and on the way home, one of my neighbors got excited and gave me 2 jazz records. And I sat up all night listening to jazz, and that was it. I decided that night I was going to be a jazz musician.
That is awesome, and it all started with the teacher, too. It's amazing the power of the classroom has.
Oh, yeah.
But of course, now you're doing the same thing. You're a jazz innovator, educator, and a performer. Somehow you do it all in one day. But of course, you've performed on so many different iconic stages. But tell us about a lot of these experiences. You find a way to bring them into the classroom. How do you do that?
Well, when you work with various different musicians, there are all types of people. Some people are nervous. Some people are excited to get on the stage. I used to play with, I won't say who I played with, but this person I played with, he would cry before the gig. That was his process.
Oh, wow.
He would be so excited and so nervous, he would start crying. And I had another, played with a famous guy, I'll say Wynton Marsalis. He got nervous. And I said, man, why are you so nervous? You're Wynton Marsalis. He was like, I just want to play good. I just want to do good. So some of those experiences help me with students to understand what their process is, because everybody has one. And I'm sort of laid back and cool.
Okay,
So
I see that.
I like, before the gig, I like to just be quiet and chill, and get ready. That's my process. So that's part of it. But also, just anything can happen on the stage. You got to be ready. You got to be prepared. I mean, I watched you two today work. Y'all are prepared for everything.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it.
We still both get a little bit of those nerves, but that just shows you how passionate you are about this, and that means you still have that care for it.
You care for
You know what I mean? You don't just go through the motions. No, you still have that love for it.
Yes, no matter how big or small a stage is. And what's exciting is that we're going to be having so many stages for jazz this Thursday through Saturday. It's called the Jazz Spectacular. We're going to have musicians on so many different levels, from high schoolers to MSU students, and even a Grammy Award winner as well. So what can we really expect starting on Thursday?
Well, we have an amazing guest artist named Lauren Savion, who plays baritone saxophone. Incredible musician from New York. Played with Wynton Marsalis, Charles Mingus, big band. She played with everyone, traveled the world. So she'll be with us, and then we have, just for highlights, on Thursday night the octets play. Lauren is the soloist. On Friday night we have a swing dance.
Ooh! Wow.
So you got to come out for that swing dance, and all 3 big bands playing. And then Saturday afternoon, high schools all day, from morning till evening. And then MSU Jazz Orchestra 1 will be performing Saturday night. So action-packed.
Definitely, and you can see that right on your screen right here. But speaking of action, we've been talking a lot about music, but we need to put it on our Studio 10 stage. You can see we have some of the instruments behind us, so we're going to get some of that sneak peek into that all after the break, so stick around for that. We're excited.